Can the IRS take your house? Yes, they can. But the real danger isn't seizure, it's what they can do before that. Hi, my name is Carlos Samaniego and Tax Debt Consultants, and this is part of my series called the Red Rock series. Unfortunately, when I recorded this original video, which was in Sedona, I forgot to turn the microphone on, so I thought I'd just re-record it today. So let's talk a little bit about the big question that people always ask is, can the IRS take your house? And yes, they can, but it is rare. And as I mentioned earlier, the bigger danger is what they can do before that would actually happen. But let's talk a little bit about just how the IRS machine works. Now, what the IRS can do when you own a house is that they can actually file a lien. And basically what a federal tax lien is, it's filed automatically when you owe and you don't pay any money. It attaches to your home or any other asset that you might actually have. And when I say everything, it attaches to your home, your house, your future assets, something you might get in the future. So that's basically what that lien is. Now, there's a big difference between a lien versus a levy. Now, a lien is basically the IRS saying that we got dibs on everything that you owe. A levy is basically the physical taking of money, like a bank levy is when money directly comes out of your bank account. A wage garnishment, the physical taking of money. So a lien is more like, the best way to explain it would be like an ankle monitor, right? You know, they attach an ankle monitor so they can kind of keep track of everything that's happening. A levy is kind of the squad car. They're coming after you to get you. Hopefully you kind of understand those two analogies, the difference between a lien and a levy. Again, a lien is basically that they got dibs on it. The levy is that they're actually taking something from you. Now, what does it take to actually seize your home? Now, the IRS has to exhaust all other collection options first. They have to try to see if they can get it from your bank account, from wage garnishments, from every collection option that they have. They have to try to get it that way. Then they now have to go to a federal judge to approve a seizure of your home. Now, that's not an easy task to get a federal judge to do it. It doesn't mean it can't happen. And we've seen it happen, and there's confirmation of it happening, but it's more of a rare thing that it's actually going to happen. The IRS really has to kind of prove that there's enough equity there to justify taking your home. The case has to go through a district court review. I mean, it's just complicated. So when we say the primary residence seizure, it's really rare. And again, if it's your primary residence, it is a rare thing to happen, but it doesn't mean it can't happen. But here's the real danger you need to understand is that they won't take your house tomorrow, but they can and will. But here's what they can do. They can drain your bank account with a levy. Once they've given you an official notification that they're going to do that, they can do it. No more warnings after that. They can garnish your paychecks, take the money directly out of your paycheck. If you got Social Security, it's possible for them to take that Social Security and get a levy on that. They can file a lien against your property. So if you try to refinance, sell, borrow against your home, you can't do that. You basically become a prisoner in your own house. I have my notes here that says you own it on paper, but you can't do anything with it until you satisfy the debt that you have with the IRS. So bottom line, the seizure isn't the monster under the bed. What really is the monster is that lien, the inability to do anything with your property once it's actually filed against you. The IRS quietly destroys your financial life while you're thinking that you're safe, and it's not. So if you want to get a better idea of kind of where you stand with the IRS, head over to the taxdebttriage.com. 5 minutes, you can find out exactly what your danger level is before the collector finds you, the IRS basically. So this is Carlos Samaniego with Tax Debt Consultants. Again, you can go to taxdebttriage.com. And if you got an emergency situation, always feel free to give us a call at 909-570-1103. Talk to you later.